In this video, we're going to go over a very brief discussion of linear regression. So regression is anytime we try to fit a curve, like a function, nicely through whatever the points are on our scatter plot. And in this case, we're fitting a straight line. So we have a scatter plot, it's got our cloud of points, and we want to fit a very straight line. In this video, we are not talking about how we get that value, nor really how reliable it is, simply how do we get the equation for the regression line, and then how can we use that? So with any straight line, one of the ways of writing a straight line is y equals mx plus c. The letters used here will sort of depend on where you're doing math. In the US, you'll see mx plus b, and in other countries, you'll see other values. Sorry, you'll see other variables. But the variable in front of the x, the value in front of x, will always be the gradient or slope, which tells us about how much the y variable changes as the x variable goes up. And the y-intercept gives us what we would expect the y value to be, what the y variable should be if the x were 0. And furthermore, because this is a regression line and we're going to use it to guess what might happen in other cases, we have to be careful about interpolation and extrapolation. So notice here, we have a scatter plot, and the points are just sort of in this rectangle, this space here. I've missed it a little bit. Can we go left? Yeah. So this is the area around the actual data that I have available. Notice down here on the left is my lower pole. That's the lowest point on my scatter plot to the left. And here we have the point to the furthest right. If I am trying to estimate an x value anywhere in here, it's fine. My model is reliable, or at least as reliable as it's going to be, and that is called interpolation. If I find my regression line and then I'm asked to make an estimate for some value that's way out here, that would be extrapolation. Of course, I can do it, and people do it all the time. But there are some big drawbacks, and it is not a very reliable regression. Because this video is geared towards students of the middle years program and the IB program, we want to focus on saying, you'll be asked, is it reliable or is it valid to make this estimate? And if we get a value that is inside, in between our lowest and highest x values, the answer is yes. Yes, it's valid. Our estimate is inside the data. And if we're trying to estimate something out here, outside our data, we will say no. It is not valid to make this estimate.